Hello and welcome. Silrace here with Mechwarrior Online. And this is going to take a while. This is going to be a long one. So grab a drink, get comfortable before the action really starts happening here. Because I'm going to talk you through an entire community warfare match. So yeah, that is going to take a little while. This is some footage I should have gotten out there much earlier for your viewing pleasure already, well, and listening pleasure maybe as well, but I haven't. And, well, firstly I had that nasty flu which stopped me from making any videos for a bit, but also I completely forgot I had this footage, and when I was looking through my footage stuff and whatnot, I was like, I have forgotten to do that. I must do it now. So here we are. This has been still one of the best community warfare matches I have ever played in this particular game. And another very nifty thing here is that this is one of the matches we played when Luthien was open for Clan Smoke Jaguar to assault. When Luthien was open for a while, for essentially a weekend, to be assaulted, it's the Draconis Combine capital. And the capital shouldn't have been attackable. It's like, you should not be able to attack them at all. And since it was open, we decided to take advantage of that, and we played a whole lot of games. And this is one of them, and this is by far the best one I played during that weekend, and also one of the best I have ever played in community warfare. So we're just pushing out because saw no one at this gate here. So just pushing out here in my Hellbringer. And as you can see, this is a medium pulse laser bolt Hellbringer. I happen to like this Hellbringer a whole lot. So yeah, and because these guys are now essentially all here, I'm just gonna push in from what happens to be like behind their team, and then we have the rest of the team coming in from the gate, so they are sandwiched. That was the plan here, to go out here and damage and destroy as many mechs as possible, or cripple as many mechs as possible. As you can see, we are kind of on the defending side here, so there is lots of thunderbolts here and whatnot. And I lost my right side. That is the well, what I tried to lose first, the right side, because the ECM and majority of the guns on this mech, that is all of them, is on the left side. But obviously spearheading the attack, well, go down kind of fast. And then we get the drop ship thing, so let's drop another kind of mech. Let's drop a Stormcrow next, because we still have, well, a few heavy mechs alive there. So I'll drop a medium to complement the setup a little bit. Get something a little faster out there as well. And this one is a little bit of a brawler. As you can see, it is a laser vomit, but it is a bit different laser vomit. This is a build I experimented quite a bit for community warfare. So, Stormcrow with large pulse laser, 2 medium lasers, and 4 small pulse lasers. Because fighting in community warfare eventually gets to the brawling ranges. It's like, it doesn't matter whether you are defending or attacking, at some point you will have to move close to the enemies. So that's what the small pulse lasers are for. Their actual damage over time is extremely good. So there is that. However, they obviously aren't quite so good for simply like laser vomiting it out in massive alpha and then running away to try to hide and cool down. So yeah, and I actually do not find that to work very well on many of the community warfare matches. You simply don't always get the chance to go and hide to, you know, let your heat meter go all the way down so you can vomit out some more lasers. Sometimes you need to be able to do protracted combat. And, well, small pulse lasers and to an extent medium pulse lasers as well, really good for that. Obviously, the medium pulse laser kind of died fast because I was spearheading that attack with the team to get the rear. We managed to cripple a whole bunch of mechs, but didn't manage to actually kill that many. As you can see, they are winning on kills, right? At this point in time. So, for the now, we are like trying to figure like, do we do another push or not? So I am just, you know, going up here, get a vantage point, do some scouting, because Stormcrow is kind of fast, need to be able to give some information to the team, try to spread all the incoming damage all over my mech, and it was very successful. So there is the big scouting tool, the UAV, which now lets me tell the well, enemy's position to the entirety of the team. Obviously the UAV gets shot down rather fast, but it provided the info it needed to provide. Basically all of the enemies are still in that one little cubbyhole there, and well, we can either wait them out or we can try to do another push on them to try to force them out of the location.
New target acquired.
And then of course more scouting, because I don't want to go to the other gate needlessly. They don't really need me there to, you know, add more to that firepower through that gate. So I'll hang around and do some more scouting, as in poke my head around through the other gate to look at things, and also be ready to reinforce whichever side is needed, or rather needs reinforcing. That is one thing Stormcrow is really good mech for, because it is fast and agile enough to do that sort of thing. Like, you can change location on the battlefield as needed. A lot of slower mechs simply cannot do that so well on the Community Warfare maps, because, well, can't say the Community Warfare maps are massive, but they are a little bit bigger. Boreal Vault is one of the smaller ones of them, because the gates are kind of close to each other. But the other ones are obviously and definitely bigger. Now we are 3-8 on kills, so there is that. However, still contemplating a push, and might just do that with a few teammates coming in as well, to go and finally finish off some of those mechs, and there's vomiting some lasers out, and there is the small pulse lasers going to work as well, and well, people pouring money into damage, essentially, which is called artillery and air strikes. Talk about pay to win, huh? Anyway, just put down some lasers, and they are poking the saddle, just like we are thinking of poking the saddle. So yeah, more and more defense coming here, so we might do a proper push over here in just a sec. Someone on the saddle again, quick draw, and their ECM got countered for a short moment as well. I am pulling back a little, so the dropships in the distance. Okay, now they're coming, let them come, and then they are running into firing line, because that's the thing here. Try to pull back just enough to have a firing line here, and get shot at all over my mech, lose a side torso and an arm. That's fine. I only lost the medium laser and 2 small pulse lasers, so that's okay. It's one reason why I tilted the mech that way to take the damage, because my large pulse laser is on the right side torso, not the left one. Something you should know, no matter the mech you play, you should know where your weapons are located, which is the location you want to lose first, or which are the locations you want to lose first. Obviously you don't want to lose anything if you can choose, but yeah, you're going to have to some. And I was deliberately in view there for a moment, because I was hoping my teammate there, that I would take enough fire away from the teammate, that he would be able to get away with the Stormcrow still intact, but obviously it wasn't enough, so yeah. Now I'm kind of alone here, and also cord, like center torso armor is gone, so there is that. However, I am in a position where anything which really pushes in is in a bit of a crossfire. So they have to either shoot me first, or then they have to shoot the people on the other side first. And that's okay with me. It's like if they really rush me, I can provide still a lot of information. And as you can see, team is also pushing in to their rear through the saddle, like where they pushed over to get to us. Now they are getting, well, shot into the rear by the rest of the team. And I am in bad enough condition that I don't really want to like get out there too much, but I am willing to take some damage, and unfortunately I take a little bit too much. So that is my second mech gun. Let's bring out another Hellbringer, because heck, we don't have enough Hellbringers at the moment, we don't have enough ECMs deployed. So let's bring out the Hellbringer with a little bit more of a longer range setup as well, as you can see. 2 Ultra AC5s and 4 medium lasers, so that gives me a bit of range to do things from. So I don't have to get quite so close, because, well, 2 previous mechs, one was a medium pulse lasers, those are kind of shorter range weapons, and the Stormcrow there, well, that also features small pulse lasers, then those require you to get to, well, almost hugging range of enemies to really do much of anything. So, Ultra AC5s, I don't have to get quite that close, and medium lasers, well, they have slightly more range than medium pulse lasers, so there is that as well. So now I'm trying to play a little bit more secure here. Of course, still, as usual, even though I have a little bit more longer range weapons now on the mech, I still go where my team is, because that is important, and also to provide them with the ECM, but also to, well, so I am not entirely isolated. There I was towards the end of that last bit with the Stormcrow, I was pretty much entirely isolated, okay? So, however, it was still a crossfire setup, so at least I was trying to make something useful out of that isolation I was on. But, yeah. So, these guys are poking through the gate here, and I don't really want to poke back. And now they are finally coming in. Oh, also blocking teammate for a moment there, for unfortunate moment. And now I'm at the front line, which is not good thing. However, these guys are really intent on pushing, because they do have to get to the Jenny at some point or another. So let's kill stuff. Low armor, almost dead thunderbolts at the rear, and all the, well, other things at the rear. So let's destroy those things. And then go and kill the stuff which is, you know, actually made their way into the base. As in, destroy all the big stuff from this rear side of things, and then can go and take care of all the other stuff which actually, you know, ran for the Jennies. Or let our reinforcements take care of the ones who ran for the Jennies. So. Oops, we run into friendly fire there for a short moment. This guy is trying to go hide behind the hill. But Ultra AC5s take care of business. So yeah. UAC 5 build for community warfare, I still kind of like it. I have not so sure I like it more than like medium pulses or pure medium lasers, but it's still workable. So I like to change builds around a bit from time to time to figure stuff out. And also we are losing the Jenny, but there is nothing I can do to get there in time, but we have almost equalized in kills. So I am staying out here because to scout out where the next setup is coming from. And there you could see some PPC shots coming in, and we have equalized and actually gone up by 1 kill. The early game looked very bleak. They had a whole lot of, you know, lead on the kills, but we are grabbing that kill lead now because they finally pushed in for the generator. So yeah. And there is still a couple mechs alive in the base which are being chased, so that should give us even more of a kill lead. So yeah, now it's up to 3. which is nice and nifty. Right, so are they coming in anymore? Probably not, but they do have to kill some of us to win this particular game. So they basically have to come to us at some point, or then we have to do something really silly like go to them in force in such a way that they have a firing line set up and we walk into that firing line. It's more likely though, because we are on the defending side, that we can just wait and they'll have to come into our firing line. So there is that. And I am still hanging around here because I have no rush to go anywhere to die. I might move a bit to give try to give ECM cover for more of the team. We are gathering for these gates because this is pretty good area to try to, well, flex from, essentially. Whichever side the enemies come from, you can carry in, or rather move towards that side from this location pretty well. And you're kind of covered from either side, like you can take cover from either side, push as well. And there is nothing quite so fun as, well, as you saw from there from last time, watching the enemies push down one of those, well, funnels and then shoot them all in the back. Because that is hilarious fun. So basically, enemies are like staging up now, waiting to, well, gather up all their reinforcements and decide on what to do next. This is somewhat of the boring part of, you know, community warfare, where you are waiting for something to happen. This kind of stuff happens from basically every game of community warfare. There is going to be a lull in the fighting, right? Just something you have to take into account when you play community warfare. So it is likely to drag on a bit because, well, we will decide not to attack into a bad location, or someone is taking a little extra time to get to the staging area before the next attack, all that stuff. But there you can see on that hostile Stormcrow that there is an ECM right next to us, basically. And there we go. So the big stuff comes in now, right? And hello Atlas DDC, would you like some Ultra AC5 shots? And of course these guys are now coming straight for me. That's okay. We can get rid of this Atlas. I am willing to trade my life for it. So yeah. Cripple and destroy and Atlas. There we go. It's pretty much gone. It has one weapon. And well, yeah. I got blown up. I was a little bit away from my team in essence. But then again, I also was in a good location to provide information and do stuff from. So yeah. Also note that this is mixed teams. We are not all on the same team speak against a full 12-man pre-made, which makes this whole game so much more fun, right? They are up on kills again. That's okay. I am on my final mech here with a Stormcrow. Stormcrow with 2 large lasers and 3 medium lasers. This is a real range mech, and I like to play this as a final mech in this kind of games, where I need that range advantage to, you know, try to stay alive towards the end of game. Like, this is the final mech, and like I need to play more carefully, try to conserve my HP to get the most out of this mech, and I can do that with longer range on weaponry. So yeah. And enemies are still around there in the top. Someone is trying to missile me and stuff, so yeah. But I'm gonna go over here because the rest of the team is here as well. So I'll take my little cubbyhole hiding place here again. I am okay with that. So anyway, we are moving on back to this particular setup of the game. I don't want to poke out too much now because I'm on my final mech. So I don't wanna, well, take stray damage. I don't want to take needless damage. I want to do damage without taking any in return, essentially, if at all possible. So here I'm just poking out a little bit to try to get some damage in. There is a misery with ghost rifle and large lasers, and yeah. Also, yes, I do realize that these weapons on these mechs, it is a clan extended range large laser. Also kill the UAV because UAVs are scary. So yeah, but I still like to simply call it large laser because I cannot mount any other kind of a large laser on a clan mech. I can only mount clan large lasers and I can only mount clan extended range large lasers at the time of making this video, at least. So I'm going to call them a large laser. Simple as that. If they let us mount inner sphere large lasers, then it's going to be confusing, and then I'm gonna call these things what they actually are. But yeah. So pulling back to get a vantage point, and also to keep an eye on the other gate, because we have a couple guys there who might need help if these hostiles tend to push that way. And we have caught up on kills again. 24-24. So that's awesome, and there comes the calls to pulling back a little, and this is me trying to put those the range on these lasers to most use, as in hang back, shoot over my teammates, do all the important business with this particular mech. Use that range advantage because these, well, as you can see, the clan extended range large lasers have a rather massive range, 757 with a targeting computer Mark 1. So yeah, of course they do have a long burn duration, so you have to expose yourself for a long time to get their full damage in. So yeah, and someone is trying to missile me. That's okay, I am just trying to get back to the base here because that is what the calls were. Get back to the base so we can force them to come to us because we are leading on kills. There they are coming under the well, overpowered piece of equipment, that is the ECM. Why is ECM overpowered piece of equipment? Because it stops giving information to your team instantly by pressing the target button. You have to actually convey that information to your team some other means, whether you are doing that by actually talking or typing in the chat. So yeah, it slows down information flow, and information is key to winning games. Simple as that. But now we know which way they are coming in from, so I'm gonna go back here, hang around our generator and watch the incoming mechs to try and destroy them, or at least deal some damage to them so someone else can destroy them, and hopefully not get singled out and die, because that would be bad. I am on my last mech after all. Anyway, so these guys were shooting from somewhere around here and whatnot, but this is probably the direction they're coming in from, coming up this ramp, and I'm okay with that. If they come up from there, I'm gonna shoot them in the head. It's like, whatever. Oh, there we go. Hello. And of course I take a PPC shot for that, that's fine. I can put in some lasers in return. And then there's a missile boat down there as well. Hello, and would you like some more lasers?
Warning, incoming missile.
Right, let's pull back a little bit to cover for those missiles which are coming. And then poke out from the other side to not be quite so predictable from where I am shooting at. Right? Because if you poke the same location all the time, then someone is gonna just look at that way all the time. And then they are pouring artillery in, and we are even on kills, but this Thunderbolt is likely to get blown to bits because they are charging in like crazy. So yeah. And now I'm basically really trying to save my own HP here and try to get this Thunderbolt down to get one more kill. That is now done. Panther is charging in, and somehow these guys all ignore me. They just don't see that I'm here. That is okay with me. I am quite fine with that. Hello, Dragon. You came in front of my gun just nicely, huh? So yeah, let's mow down some almost dead mechs here. And still, I am kind of unmolested here, shooting at the backs of these guys. That's fine. I'm trying to pick up on this fire starter because light mechs, if you can get them down, they are kind of easy to kill. And I am very much okay overheating here consistently because things are just ignoring me. And this guy is here as well. Like almost dead light mechs all around me. So kills, while they were even for a short bit, they are coming into, you know, our advantage now because it's lots of light mechs, and light mechs don't kill quite so quickly in this kind of, well, situation and fighting anymore. So yeah, couple guys around the corner. I don't want to poke around the corner because I don't want to give them a kill on me. So waiting for them to be distracted. This Thunderbolt is very tempting to go after though. So yeah. And then there is a overheated dude there, which is dead as well. So now there is this Thunderbolt who is almost dead. Oh, actually there is someone in the distance there. Oops, sorry. I almost clipped the friendly there for a whole lot of damage and whatnot. A whole lot of damage. Well, some damage at least. So yeah. But if you look at the scoreboard, we are now leading on kills a whole lot. That is 4 mechs up. That is quite a bit. Of course, we have some rather badly damaged mechs. I am not badly damaged, but I am somewhat damaged, and we are gonna just dig in here because to win, they have to come to us now and get at least one more kill than we'd have to secure a win. And then of course there is those artillery strikes being bombarded on the place to try to get some of those kills, because artillery strikes are, well, one way to get free damage without actually needing to well, expose yourself or shoot at anything. Oh well, I am just keeping an eye on things because I am still kind of in a good shape compared to, well, some of the mechs on the team. So I am trying to scout a little bit here, and also I am in a storm crow, so there is that. And then someone pours artillery on my head, which was kind of expected. Unfortunately, no one called out that artillery, the smoke at that point. But, well, time to go hide, huh? Well, if you guys team wants to take the front from me, I am okay with that again. So, yeah. Incoming enemies. Hello. And that shot kind of missed, like, entirely and whatnot. So, yeah. So, I have barely any shot there at the enemies, but all the damage, doesn't matter how little, all the damage at this point really counts. And hello, Wolverine. I got a whole lot of shots for you. Poking out from the other side actually got those shots in properly. I probably have someone looking this direction now. That's okay. I'm trying to get some damage into the fire starter, which is nearly, well, gone. It's a 40% health fire starter. And then another fire starter, which is kind of low in armor as well. So try to get those in. Because like I said, light mechs at this point, they, if you manage to get a couple good shots in, they can basically get you a kill. And that means that, well, you are that much closer to victory. Oh, hello Firebrand, you are a almost full armor Firebrand. Well, not full armor anymore. I am gonna core this guy as fast as possible, because at this point kills count a whole lot. As you can see, there is 50 seconds left on the game, right? So as long as we are up on kills on them, we are winning the game. And there is more hostiles around, and there is a fire starter running for me, and that is a dead fire starter. Of course they get a kill as well, and I am being shot at by teammates too, and then I'm being shot at by everything. They are charging in like crazy. That's fine. Time to use terrain for cover and trying to, well, move around. But yeah, the game is pretty much over. We have won, and as you can see, we won against a 12-man pre-made with a, you know, kind of a mixed group. This was a fantastically close game. I absolutely loved it. Thank you very, very much for watching, and hopefully you enjoyed it as well.